Hey guys, it's Noobie LockPicker. Normally I have a Bluetooth thing to start the video, but it's not working currently, so I'm gonna kind of do this a little differently. I told you I had a bumping video coming down the pipe, and I was going to pick all of these locks, well, with the exception of the Pro Master, the Pro Series. That'd be for another video, but I decided I'd bump all these locks, and then the next video will be picking, our next videos will be picking all of these locks. And then you can kind of see why bumping is, well, while it kind of takes the sport away, it takes the fun away, it can still be kind of fun to open it. And, you know, sometimes there's just no, no comparison to how fast you can open a lock. This is a Master number 5. And just with one bump, it's open. If you're wondering what this little gasket is, it's you can buy them at Lowe's. They're like 10 cents a piece or something. I think they're for plumbing, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to say for certain since I could be wrong. I should look that up for the video, but here I am. I was going to use, I still am. I have some Sparrows professional bump keys that's made by Sparrows. I have had one in the past break, and while preparing for this video, I had my other one break. However, I will stand behind Sparrows. They gave me the second one for free, and not just the one I broke, they gave me the whole set. When I told them I broke it, and I broke it within like a month. The second one, however, has lasted me about 17 demonstrations. I can't really, and when I say 17 demonstrations, I'm not saying 17 bumps. I'm talking, you know, teaching somebody or showing off 17 times. That usually implies at least 4 locks being bumped, if not a lot. So I really can't complain. I am currently in contact with them. You know, they asked if I can just buy one. Of these 4-pin Master Lock bump keys. I did get a response back. They asked me how many I wanted to buy. I'm not really wanting to buy a batch, but if I have to, I have to. You know, they have to make money, and they have been good to me. They've supported me, and even though this is not sponsored by Sparrows, even though I have Sparrows stuff everywhere, I do highly recommend buying your tools from Sparrows. They stand behind their products. They're good products, and they are affordable, unlike a lot of places. Anyway, getting into the video, if you're wondering why this one has, this is a Master Lock bump key as well. It's a 5-pin instead of a 4-pin. So I'm having to use an extra gasket to be able to make it work. These ones I've made myself, which you can kind of grind down any master key. Focus. As long as it will fit in the lock, just grind it down with a file down to its lowest settings, and you can make your bump key. Whenever my hands are dirty, I use graphite to be able to lubricate my locks to make them you know, a lot more easier to pick. Like a couple of these are pretty rusted and old, and they're just, you know, terrible to pick. So I lubricate it with graphite, which actually. This one here. If you ever want to, there's the other bump key set. If you ever want to bring a lock back to its, you know, operating, you know, easier to operate, this is all you need. It's just dry powder graphite. Just kind of throw it into the lock and lubricate it. But that's outside the scope of this video. I'm bad about getting on tangents. I'll try to stay on task. And I'll go ahead and close this. This is not really a time thing. I'm not going to have a timer on the video. We're going to see how fast I can get through these. I guess I can bring up this. At the end of bumping these, I want to get into bumping non-master locks. This will fit in the keyway. This can happen in actual, you know, locks the keys are supposed to go into. The danger of doing that to locks that the key is not supposed to go into is a lot easier to break. Not how I broke this one, but I have broke keys doing that before. So just be aware. Alright, I'm gonna kind of call these out. If I can't bump it open within a few tries, I'm gonna go ahead and just move on. I'm gonna start off with the Sparrow's 5-pin, just with an extra little, rubber dinghy here. And if I can't get it within a certain amount of bumps, then you'll be seeing me going through these other ones that I've made myself. Ideally, I would have had this, the actual, 4-pin Sparrow's key, be able to show it off. I can't attest to how great it is. I mean, just, that's usually all it takes, just 1 or 2 hits with the actual Sparrows. Same can be said for the ones I make myself, but these are just way smoother. You have a way greater, or way less of a chance of breaking the lock. So I would highly recommend just buying one. They're not too expensive. I think it's $20 for a set, 20, 30, depending on which set you want. But Sparrows makes very, very good bump keys, and they're affordable, unlike most places that I've seen on the internet. So let's just kind of go down the line here. So we're starting on the Master Lock number 1s. The troubles of bumping a lock that's not meant for a 4-pin. And if I have trouble, there it goes, then I'll just move on. Which is why I have a bunch of different profiles here. If I can't open it, then I'll just move on to a different lock or try a different key. In fact, this works. There we go. That's usually how fast it is to open it with the Sparrow's bump key. Which, if you spend time with your bump keys and really, do a permanent finish on it, instead of the ones I did, I kind of just, grinded it down to make it work, and then left it at that. But if you spend time with it, then they work a whole lot better. These are still Master number 1s. Usually all it takes is 2 hits, which is way faster than picking. Of course, in our hobby, it kind of takes away the fun of doing it. I mean, it's always fun opening up a ton of these locks. I moved on to Master number 3s by bumping them, because you could open them up so fast, and just seeing people's eyes when you open these locks this fast for the first time. Because they think, a lot of people think locks are very secure, especially Master Lock. They was very good at marketing, getting people to think that, they're the best locks in the business. Of course, any pickers out there already know that is nowhere near the truth. I mean, there are some good masters. I'll get to that at the end of the video. Wrong way. There it goes. And the reason I brought out all of these master locks to be bumped, because I wanted to show everybody that a bump key can work no matter what the bidding, no matter what the different type of lock it is. If it's Master Lock 1, 3, I didn't have any 2s. These are commercial Master Lock 21s. I don't know if that means like an offset of the Master Lock number 2s. I'm not for sure about that. But Master Lock 1s, 3s, 5s, 21s, I think someone will call it. That's all rested up. But a good bump key can open up them all. And if you're just trying to get into a lock, like if you're not really wanting to, sit down and really have, all these locks can be opened usually with the L rake. Like this one gives me, there it is. An L rake, or just any kind of rake. You can just usually break a Master Lock open real fast anyway. Or in a couple seconds you can pick it. But you can really start just getting through these, eating them all up with a good bump key. And sometimes these will open on the first hit. I've gotten the habit of hitting it twice. These rubber gaskets allow you to have a shotgun type effect. I'll show traditional bumping in a second. and then I'll show why these little rubber grommets are so effective. I mean, yeah, bump keys are really fast to open a lock anyway, but having these little rubber grommets really makes it crazy fast. Ow, I just hit my finger. Alright, that one open. I'll trade that out. That's right, these are the newer locks. They have little burrs on them. There it goes. These here is kind of all or nothing with the Sparrows, because the ones I make myself, for some reason, aren't wanting to fit in these new, these brand new ones. So I kind of really rely on the Sparrows bump key to come through for me in a pinch. In practice, right before the video, I was able to open them up relatively fast with the Sparrows. Now, you don't normally have to hit them this hard. Just I found in practice for this video that these commercial ones, where they're brand new, and I don't have any graphite lubrication in these. I've been having to hit them hard. So that's all the ones open here. Now, grab one of these keys. These are all keyed the same. These three here. So the key works perfectly, and as you can kind of tell, these are not the same profiles. So, you know, it fits kind of loose in the lock, but now watch me not be able to. There it goes. But if it will fit, usually it means you can bump it. Probably need to sit back down here and make sure I'm still in frame. One of these has the pin number 1 kind of just drops down. There it goes. And finally this one here. Is it open? Nope. Try again. They're all pinned the same, so they should, there it goes, open. So even though it's not actually mint, like I'd say, it's not a mash lock, that is a just off-brand, mash lock wannabe. It's hard to see it on camera, but it's called security, as it actually gives any type of security. And anybody that knows anything about those locks, those cheap mash lock knockoffs, knows that really all you need to do to open these is get a single pick. Works just as fast as a key. I'll get to that in another video about how to bypass, these locks. And I'll have a different, bypassing video. Now, all these should be unlocked when I'm done. There we go. Now, this is another story. This is a Master Lock Pro Series 6125. While it is true, it uses the same key style. So, oops. Well, that messed up a few things. Anyway, you'd think I'd be able to bump it, but, it has a lot of security pins in it. It has a lot of serrated, has some spools. So I'm not really wanting to try it. I tried it a little bit off camera, but I didn't really have any luck, so I just, left it be. But this will definitely be in a different video, an actual picking video. But first, we'll pick all of these in a different video. That's where you can kind of compare the speed between picking and bumping. If you're just wanting to open up a lock, you really can't beat a good bump key and an actual bump hammer. Now, you can use a screwdriver or anything hard, that's true. But you kind of can't beat a bump hammer. It's easily flexible. And it's a lot faster. I just say that. Anybody, somebody's more skilled than me probably can do it just as fast with a screwdriver than I can with a bump hammer. Probably even faster. I'm called the Newbie LockPicker for a reason. I mean, when I first started the channel, I was a lot newer than I was, and then I didn't make any videos because I didn't have a tripod. But I got a tripod. I'm going to try to start having videos. I don't know what these pennies are. It marks my boundaries in videos. It's where I know where I can have my hands. If I stop hitting the camera tripod, Brandon. Anyway, I hope that you got at least some entertainment out of this. If you want me to have a video showing how to make your own bump key, how to know how far is too far down. My hands are absolutely filthy thanks to that graphite. I don't know if it'll focus unless I kind of, there we go. Now, all these are different, sort of different profiles. Like I kind of messed up on that back one. I'm not a perfect, at making these. Ideally, you would want it to look like the sparrows, all nice and smooth and, evenly spaced. But sometimes it actually benefits to have a couple different bump keys, different depths, different widths. Because sometimes a lock wants to be hard to open with the bump key you have. So, that's the reason I had multiple ones, set out here when I started the video. I ended up only using 2, but sometimes in this demonstration, when I've taught others how to, pick locks, I always have this demonstration, going in any of my classes that I'm teaching people, or when I'm just showing off. Bumping a lock is always in there. But, sometimes I have to go through the whole, well, I don't think I've ever had to go through the whole set. I'm off topic. This video's going on long enough. Hopefully, you learned something, or at the very least you was entertained. Please like, share, subscribe, all the different YouTube stuff that, I'm sure everybody's heard a million times. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. I don't actually have a Facebook for this actual channel yet. I don't know if I really will be big enough to ever need one. So I'm not really investing the time. However, there is a group that I belong to. There's 4 of us leaders. 3 of us are, pretty skilled lock pickers. We recently changed the name to Lockport 101, where natural born pickers are made. Please, come there, subscribe to our, to our Facebook page. We'll be posting all our videos on there. Make sure people can see them. Plus, posting other content, posting everyday things, like things we find interesting that's lock related. Anyway, just drop by and see if you like it. And if, other than that, that's all I got for you. And I guess since I've been doing it already, I'm going to keep stealing from Bosnian Bill by saying stay safe and stay legal. Thank you, everyone. I hope everybody has a good day, or night, depending on where you're at, or evening, whatever. Goodbye.